fliko. This is what I think is exciting about what we're talking about right now. Have you guys ever seen somebody blow up really fast? Have you guys ever seen someone where it feels like you saw it on your timeline and you were like, damn, that was cool. And then your whole timeline was talking about it. And then it seems like all the producer Twitter is talking about it. And then you're like, holy shit, that person just blew up really fast. Have you guys ever seen that happen to somebody? Have you ever seen it happen to an artist? Have you ever seen it happen to just like some clothing shit? Have you ever seen something catch the right funny moment, the right TikTok, the right cool moment, and then all of a sudden their shit just spirals really fast and starts doing really well? That can be you too. If you spend all your time working on your music and making your music amazing, when you pop out, the followers, the streams, all those things, they might come right away. If your product is impressive, if people are like, wow, we really love this, even though this person doesn't have a lot of followers, a lot of traction, this is amazing. The internet will do its thing in certain cases. I'm not saying this is something to rely on, but the internet has done its thing many times before when it comes to real talent or real musical people. I'd rather be someone who's spending their time making sure the music is at the absolute best level it could be. If I've never promoted my stuff before, if I've never had a page telling all my friends and everyone I know about my music, you only get to pop out the first time once. I've said this a million times. You only get to introduce yourself to the world the first time, one time. You only get it once. Some of you guys feel like if you're not posting about your progress or your first year producing or your first couple years producing, that people aren't going to care whenever you start dropping stuff, or that no one knows about your shit yet, so no one gives a fuck. And people equate reposts and followers and all this stuff with how much people care about their music or if they should continue doing music. I'm here to tell you, keep making music. I'm here to tell you that what you're doing is important and it's worth it. And even if it's not bringing in money yet, or even if all your friends aren't telling you how sick you are yet, doesn't mean that's not going to happen. But if you are someone who spends your time and can keep this to yourself somewhat, or at least to your friends or whatever, and make it something where you're really proud of your product before you start promoting it, I think the promotion will go better. I think if you're promoting everything you're doing while you're learning, that's a great way to maybe help other people or inspire other people. But I'm not sure if it's the best way to approach how much time you're putting into all the stuff you're doing. Because I would put as much time as I could into making music, practicing music, getting better at music, whether that's instruments, engineering, understanding more stuff about what people are using with VSTs and plugins, or what people are doing today in their programming or in their sound choice. Like, all of that studying is making you better. All of that playing and practice is making you better. Nothing getting a bunch of likes of you playing some instruments and a great TikTok is going to make you better. It might get you some opportunity. It might bring someone your way. It might get you a checkmate for sure. It's not making you better though. It's not making you closer, you know what I mean, to working with those artists that you really want to work with or whatever necessarily. Could you get lucky? Yeah, but if you get lucky and all you've been doing is working on your content and that song's the best thing you've ever made, and there's this one video of you making your best beat and then everybody found out about it and then they reach out to you, you better believe you have enough practice to make something that good again for this big artist, or when the label hits you up, or when whoever hits you up that wants to offer you an opportunity off of your piece of content. You better be ready to follow through on that. And if you have some content of you making great music, you better be able to make more great music. So I think practice is really the key. I think practice is a big, big, big part of what a lot of people who are so focused on promoting themselves right now are forgetting about. Promotion is not as important as practice. Getting better at music is not as important as getting a lot of likes and followers. It's not. The followers will come. They'll always be there. The likes are there every day. You can go get the likes tomorrow. You can go get the likes the day after that. But if you spend 6 months not practicing, not getting better, not teaching yourself stuff, not learning, you can't get that 6 months back. You know what I mean? You're never going to be this age again. You're never going to be as young as you are today again. If you waste the next 6 months playing instruments, or the next 6 months trying to get your TikTok as popping as possible, where do you think you're going to be at the end of that 6 months? I don't know. I went to school at Berkeley with a lot of kids who are amazing musicians who don't do music. They never wrote original music. They never made their own songs. They played Miles Davis and Led Zeppelin and flamenco, Paco de Lucia, and whatever great legends they studied in music school. And then they left music school. They're an amazing musician, but they've never written their own songs. They don't have their own fan base. So there is a bad side to this coin. You could spend all these years practicing. You could spend all these years making music and never have made original music. And then you pop out. I don't know how you're supposed to create awareness or jobs or followers. You have to be making your music. That's a important thing to remember here. If you're going to take this time off when you're playing only other people's music, and then you're like, okay, Kenny said I should practice for a few years before I start promoting myself and making TikToks every day. There's a difference between making original music and playing other people's music super well. And I think for everybody in here, we've all seen talent on YouTube who someone can do a cover that's unbelievable. And you see someone do a cover of a song and you're like, oh my God, this person's going to blow up. And then they never make a good original song. Sad to say, a lot of conservatories, a lot of great music schools have so many talented people who leave conservatory or music school and never make great original music. Not to say like if you do the Goldberg variations, you know what I mean, and you play someone else's music the most beautiful way it's ever been played and you're remembered for that for history, that's a great thing too. But I don't think that's as common in 2023 as it was when Glenn Gould was shredding. Everything's a fight. Should I be original? Should I not? Should I promote myself? Should I practice? There's no one answer. There's a lot of people who are doing both things at once with everything all the time, you know? I think it's just shit to think about.